you're with your high school sweetheart, right? You've been together for quite a while. You know you want to have kids. Is it on the calendar?
Well, we want to have kids within like the next 5 years for sure. We want to get married within the next two. I kind of like want to move out first before getting married. We're kind of thinking about that stuff right now. Like we're gonna move out, and then once we're like, able to like live without choking ourselves, then like we're gonna start thinking of like a marriage, like getting married, and then after we get married, that's like immediately children time.
Children wouldn't be like 5 years out then. It would be like
Probably
right after
not. Maybe
marriage, right?
maybe like two. I'm thinking like, well, it depends. Like we'll see like how things go. Like if we can't afford kids, like I want to have like I have a dream wedding, which is at this church specifically here in Tampa.
Oh, you got to let the honeymoon phase die down, is what I'm hearing.
No,
Let's see
it's
how
just
things
that
go.
it's just like we're gonna have to like gather up money to have this wedding, and like I don't know how long that's gonna take exactly for us to be able to afford the wedding and the move out and like the bills and everything.
How
And
big
if
is
that
this wedding?
happens, not that big. I just want to like have a church wedding, a small venue, like like nothing big. Like I don't want anything crazy. Like I don't want like one of those like giant like chandeliers and flowers lining all the halls. Like I don't want none of that. I just want a beautiful church wedding and then like a nice trip. The majority of the money will be spent on the honeymoon trip, hopefully. And then that's it. That's all I want. Nothing. I don't want to spend more than $10,000 on it. I don't even want to think about $10,000 on a wedding. I want to think of like 5,000, if possible, if the economy allows it.
Just throw a big tent in the backyard and have the
Yeah, I
minister
was
come
thinking
over and
maybe we can do something like that. Like we're just gonna have to see. I really don't care about like a giant wedding. Like what I care about is the trip after, because like that's gonna be fun. I want to go
Mhm.
something. I want to go somewhere fun. And yeah, big plans coming soon.
I'm happy for
I mean, I'm
you.
excited. I think about like my kids all the time. Like I have the names picked out. I think about my parenting all the time, like in the future. Like that's
Mhm.
all I can think about. So if it comes sooner, it's okay
Yeah.
with me. Um, as long as we can handle it, I'm okay with it. Like if we cannot handle it and it comes, it's gonna be stressful. It's gonna be fine at the end of the day, but I'd rather it be safe than not safe.
Yeah.
So let's say 2 or 3 years pass, like you're at the point where like you want to be having kids now, but you can't handle it. Like financially, you can't handle it yet. How are you going to get to the point of you can financially handle it? Are you stepping up to make more money, or are you pushing him to make more money? What are you doing then?
Well, currently the plan is that he makes more money. He's working on his business. He has like a business that he's working on, like a mobile mechanic business. Um, the plan is to have comfortable money to have kids. Now, if we are not comfortable financially, I'm still okay with having kids because I want to have kids. And my
good.
parents were barely ever comfortable in my entire childhood financially. Yet here I am, I'm fine. My childhood wasn't, I mean, it had its,
Hmm.
poverty moments, but it wasn't
Hmm.
like I'm traumatized forever and my life sucks, right? Like I shouldn't have been born. So like I don't care if we're not financially like stable, like completely. It's just like I want to be like if I have a choice, I would want to wait till we're comfortable. If we're
Right.
not comfortable, then and it's the time when it comes.
And maybe you have to do a bit of extra motherly work around the house because
Yeah,
you don't have the money to pay for certain things.
yeah. I mean, I'm willing to put it down. At the end of the day, the way I look at it is just like having a family is gonna bring me like fulfillment that like nothing's gonna bring me. So I just don't care if like I have to work extra hard or
Yes.
whatnot. I don't know. Like I feel like that's just like my whole point is to like have a family. Like I've just kind of like jumped to that conclusion.
I
I
agree.
used to be
That's
I used to be
good.
someone that when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I want to live in Soho, New York, and be a politician. And like now I've come to the point where I'm like, okay, I want to be a stay-at-home mom and live in like the countryside away from like
Yes.
people. Like I just really don't. That's my
I
dream.
am glad for you that
Yeah.
you realized that at the age you did and not
Yeah,
realizing that at 30 years old or 35.
yeah, very lucky with that.
A lot harder to turn around after that. TC, I think you had more topics you want to hit, right?
Yeah, so I want to ask the ladies a question. This is going to be the single ladies because you're the ones that have exes. And we'll start with Nomi. So Nomi, I want you to think back to some of your last relationships. And
Mhm.
is there something that a guy brought to you, like one of his values that you've adopted and taken with you, and it's made your life better? Like, for example, I eat really healthy. I'm really, meticulous about what I put in my body. The women that I date, basically they're around me, so they adopt those, values, that lifestyle. And then, when we're no longer together, their life is better for it, right? So is there anything like that that you've had with your past relationships?
Fun fact, 7 out of 9 ex-boyfriends are Scorpios. The other 2 are
Oh,
Libras. Don't
Jesus
know why.
Christ.
It's just a fun fact. I'm a Leo, double Leo. But I think all of them all met me during different phases of my brokenness. So I think each and every single one of them, I'm still really good friends with most of them except for a handful. But like I saw my ex last week and the other ex week, the week before that, just to like catch up because we're still really good friends. We just are no longer romantically compatible. And they all taught me that it's okay to feel hurt and upset. It's okay to be vulnerable and let my emotions out because I always had a really huge wall. And through that, they allowed love to seep into my life, not just from them, but to reopen the doors for my family, to reopen the doors for my friends, and to actually seek help from therapy. So they made me love myself a lot more each and every single day. And without them to be my backbone, even when I was a bad version of chaos, they still loved me, walked me through it, and held my hand. So without them, I wouldn't be this amazing, beautiful woman that I am today. And I'm still learning and growing because the thing is, they opened all these doors I never knew existed. And I was fortunately able to do the same for them. So to be able to love myself and be vulnerable and emotional, I don't think I've had a really good sleep in a really long time. So because of them, I was able to sleep by myself at night, which is really nice.
I'm just trying to understand what this looks like, right? Like,
Yeah.
what kinds of things did they do? What kinds of things did they tell you?
I mean, if I was having a bad day, like, they would just like hold my hand and like talk me through it. They would actively seek like therapists for me. They would bring me home flowers even when I didn't ask for it. If I missed like a home cooked meal, they'd be like, "Hey, come over in an hour," and then they prepared like a home cooked meal that my mom used to make all the time. So it's those small, gentle gestures that I really admired about them. And unfortunately, it's no longer in my life, but I still have so much love and compassion for them. But again, that physical, emotional security that they provided and the small things really matter. I don't care if you buy me a Balenciaga bag. Actually, don't ever do that. But just like the small things, like they bought me like a huge stuffed animal of my favorite animal that I lost when I was younger, when I was at the hospital last year. It's just small things that they notice. So sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like that's my favorite wine. The next day, my favorite wine whole collection is in my kitchen.
So do you think this is something where like these guys raise the bar for you for future
Oh
men?
yeah, 1000%. I will be very transparent. A majority of my ex-boyfriends are significantly older. I am 30. My ex-boyfriend of 5 years is now 53 years old. So I've been surrounded by him and his friends. So they've all showed me how they respect their ex-wives or their current wives, how they treat their children. And because I've never really been surrounded by family or a lot of love, when they showed me what that was, it was very beautiful to me because now I feel like I can eventually find that down the road. But they keep setting the standard higher and higher, so I get pickier and pickier. But they
Well, and
keep
that's what I was getting at,
telling
right? Like they're raising your standards. So
me,
now
"Mhm,
you're getting pickier and pickier as you're getting older, moving through life, looking for love.
exactly." So we'll see what happens. Who knows?
Hell, even your friends are raising your standards. You just told me before this call that you had a friend who was going to take you out to dinner, but you couldn't make it, so he sent you money.
Yep. He sent me money just to make up for not being able to make it to dinner. And then I have about 30 people that are going to be in Europe for my birthday this month. So
Who's paying for that?
Well, partially me.
That's good.
I do have a lot of birthday presents coming in that will help support pay for my Europe trip. So,
all right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.